the preseason. How's it been since you've walked through the doors here at Titans HQ?
Yeah, to be honest, it feels like it's gone really quickly. There's been a lot of change. I think with that change, one of the, things that I found most important from day one was to make everyone feel comfortable as quickly as possible in new surroundings, new people, new relationships. So I feel like connection is critical to performance. So with that, we've worked really hard on that, the connection side of things. Physically, the players, I can't compliment them enough for the way they've jumped into the hard work, but also applied themselves to the way I want them to play, and we want them to play as a coaching group. Again, I just got to compliment the players the way they've applied themselves to the task. Clearly we haven't had a game yet, and that's what we'll be measured on. All we can do to this point is work hard and work hard physically, work hard on our football, and work hard on our relationships. And I sit here today really pleased with where we've gotten to in a relatively short space of time.
I know you've held a head coaching role in an interim status, but it's now in pen that you're the permanent head coach for the Titans. Is it all you ever dreamed of, and the expectation there of when you first started to now?
I've enjoyed the past 3.5 months, and I'm under no illusions. It's probably the easiest part of what we do. The microscope of winning and losing isn't there yet. So with that though, I've got to again compliment my staff, the players. They've made the transition for me incredibly easy. Bought into everything I've asked them to. The professionalism of the staff and the expertise is first class. Gives me great confidence to be able to do my job. And then the players, like I just touched on, they've gotten on board with everything that I've asked of them. And there's going to be pain ahead. I'm under no illusions. It's not all going to be glittery and fairy floss, but I'm really satisfied with where we're at as a football department, as a football program, based on how everyone's gotten about their work.
One of the first things you mentioned was connection. How have you been able to implement that? Because I've seen that firsthand. But
Yep.
For yourself, how important is it to you? And how have you been able to implement that over the last 3.5 months?
Yeah, for me, the connection part, why I value it is there's a strength in a group of people all really clear on an objective and I guess going after that objective together. And so with that, I put a day in, day out emphasis and premium on connecting with everyone within the organisation, players, staff. I wanted to bring the club together. I wanted to make the club feel like one club. I wanted to kind of move away from this idea of there being silos within an organisation and everyone just doing their own thing. And I just want to play my part in taking the club on a journey. There's no magic to it, but I just value the interactions I have with everyone on a daily basis. And what I've tried to encourage, and I've got to compliment everyone, is everyone's gotten on board. You see it, you feel it within the organisation, the attitude and effort and the way that everyone's applying themselves to build stronger connections with one another. So I just see it as a really powerful thing, and I'm really grateful that everyone's gotten on board with it.
You've also been able to make a great connection with the Gold Coast community. How has that immersion been into this new city that you and your family are living in?
Yep.
How's that been?
We had the members' Christmas party at SeaWorld, and I didn't know what to expect. But the turnout that day, and even the players were shocked by the number of people that turned out. Over the hours that we were there, and you got to meet some of these people and hear the care and passion and enthusiasm they have for this club, it kind of made me sit back in my chair, and I sort of had this moment where it all came sort of, flooding in, the fact that we have a responsibility here. I have a responsibility as the coach of this club, and our players have a responsibility to make our people proud. There's so many people here that love this club. Yeah, it made me sit back and actually really realise why we're doing this, and my responsibility is to play my part in delivering a football team that these people can be proud of, because their passion is infectious, their love is obvious, and I feel a sense of responsibility around owing the people of this area a football team they can be proud of. Yeah, the passion, the commitment, the love, the desire of the locals to see this team do well, it's not lost on me. It's surprised me in a really positive way. I don't know, again, what I was expecting, but there's an absolute appetite up here from the Gold Coast people to have a rugby league team up here that they can really get behind and be proud of. That's a powerful thing, right? Like, it kind of is inspiring in a way. It makes you really want to do your job well deliver a product for them that they can be proud of. I've met some people that you can see probably do it tough in life, yet they somehow scrape the money together to be a Gold Coast Titans member. And as I say, I feel a sense of commitment back to them to go, well, we've got to get this right, because there's a lot of people here that have made a choice in their life to care about us. Yeah, I don't know. It's inspiring, and it does really make you feel a sense of responsibility to get it right here.
Tell us about the playing roster that you've got.
Nothing about the talent of this group has shocked me. Like, I, from afar, have admired the talent of a large portion of this group for a number of years. That's, I don't think, ever been an issue, and it was one of the things that drew me to the club, was the talent. And then I've had the privilege to work with a few guys through the Origin experience, and so you get to understand the character of those guys as well. And then just through conversations, I only heard good things about the playing group at large. You know, you sort of discuss the talent, and then you start to hear these stories of, you know, there's a wonderful character that exists throughout the group. Yeah, it was an easy decision to come here. And then, yeah, having been able to immerse myself in the environment for the past 3.5 months, so I haven't been disappointed. The talent is immense, and there is plenty of it, and there's plenty coming through that people haven't heard of yet. So that there's an excitement that comes with that. But the thing that's probably been the biggest work on, but actually excites me the most, is developing a football team that isn't recognised by its talent, but is recognised more for its hard work and character. And that's something we've worked really hard on over the course of this preseason. I'm not saying it's going to be evident and obvious straight out of the gates, but there's absolutely a willingness from this group to change, I guess, people's opinion of them, from being a talented team to a hard-working, gritty football side that has talent. That's what excites me, is their want to, I guess, change the narrative. We're on the right track there.
It's quite a unique situation, round one, for you. You're heading back to the old club that you spent so much time there learning your craft. How does that make you feel in the approach to round one? Because then, you know, there's probably a lot of excitement, a little bit of nerves, but
yeah,
it's special, I reckon, as well, the fact that you get to go to Shark Park in round one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I can't sit here today and sort of speak to how I'll feel in the moment. There'll be mixed feelings for sure. I can't speak highly enough of that organisation. Again, the way they accepted me with open arms, the last 5 years I had there has helped shape the person I am today and the coach I am today. So I'll never forget that, and I'll never sort of undervalue what that club has meant to me in my journey. But the reality is, we'll be going down there to do a job and to represent the Titans, our club, the way we need to, which is with a really good performance to open the season. And I'm under no illusions as to how hard the game will be. I'm obviously acutely aware of the quality of the opposition. I guess the unwelcoming nature of Shark Park and the fans down there, it's going to be a real challenge, but I guess to get it out of the way quickly. And I'd like to think we'll go down there and put our stamp on the contest and put our stamp on the season, yeah.
How excited are you for that 5:30 of that Saturday when the whistle blows?
Yep.
And we're on? It's after all that hard work, the journey really begins, doesn't it, from that moment?
Yeah, it does. It's exciting. It's nerve-wracking. The nerves don't come from a sense of pressure to win. For me, and I think for us, the nerves come from, and we've touched on it, a want and a desire and a sense of responsibility to make our people proud, to make our club proud, to make all the hard-working people behind the scenes proud. That's where the nerves come from. We're going to win games, we're going to lose games, but what we want is to be a football team that runs out every week and makes our people proud, whether we win or lose, by the way we play and the character we show. So for me, that's what I'll be looking for most, a football team they can be proud of.